So there's been a ton of drama lately around the Galaxy S26 Ultra and the whole S Pen situation. People are everywhere saying Samsung is about to remove the dedicated S Pen slot entirely. But is that actually true? Let me explain. What's up, guys? So yesterday, while I was scrolling through tech news like I usually do, I noticed that almost every major site was either claiming Samsung is ditching the S Pen slot on the S26 Ultra, or saying they're switching to some new S Pen tech that would let Samsung use magnets on the phone itself, making magnetic accessories possible without a case. Then there are other reports saying the S Pen slot won't disappear on the S26 Ultra, but instead on the S27 Ultra. According to those, the S Pen would still work, just without a built-in slot, similar to what Samsung did with the S21 Ultra. So, what's really going on here? What's the actual truth? Well, here it is. Samsung has no plans to remove the S Pen slot on the S26 Ultra, at least not based on anything credible. There are no solid reports from major South Korean outlets, and nothing from trusted leakers like Ice Universe. All this noise started from a single leaker who, honestly, has a pretty shaky track record. I've been watching this guy for a while, and a lot of what he posts feels more like educated guesses than real leaks. I'm not going to name names, that's not my thing, but I've noticed a pattern. He tends to leak things right after I talk about them in a video. Not all of his leaks, but for example, recently I talked about Samsung working with a company called HiDeep to develop an S Pen that works without a digitizer or even a battery. Just a few hours after that video went live, he suddenly posted a leak claiming Samsung would use this tech on the Fold 7 and even the S26 Ultra. If you missed that video, here's a quick recap. The S Pen usually works in one of two ways. Either there's a digitizer layer under the display, or the stylus has a built-in battery, like the Apple Pencil. HiDeep's tech doesn't need either of those. ET News actually reported back in December that Samsung is working with HiDeep to make this possible on future devices. Turns out the old S Pen probably won't work, and Samsung is actually making a new S Pen with a built-in battery for the Fold 7. I pinned a correction comment on that video immediately. That one's on me. I took his words at face value because the hands-on images were 100% real, but I should have double-checked the details. I take full responsibility, and it won't happen again. Until we get something concrete, we should all be careful with the speculation. Now here's the interesting part. The moment I posted that correction comment, this same leaker also backtracked his claim, suddenly saying the Fold 7 S Pen has a battery. And this isn't the first time something like that has happened. So, yeah, the point I'm making is simple. Don't believe the S Pen removal story for the S26 Ultra unless it comes from a proven source like Ice Universe or a major South Korean outlet. Everything else is just noise. As for those websites quoting this tipster about Samsung removing the S Pen slot on the S27 Ultra, let's be real for a second. That's pure speculation. If you actually read what he said, it's not even a leak. And come on, the S27 Ultra is still about a year and a half away. Any so-called leak about that phone right now is basically nonsense. So for now, don't stress. The S Pen isn't going anywhere on the S26 Ultra, and most likely not on the S27 Ultra either. It's just a lot of hot air flying around. Be careful who you trust. According to multiple reports, Samsung has already started mass production of its next flagship lineup, the Galaxy S26 series, and the official launch is expected to happen in February 2026. With just about 2 months left before the big reveal, you'd think the prices would be locked in by now, right? Surprisingly, that's not the case, and there's a very interesting reason behind it. Recently, the prices of smartphone components have been climbing fast, and we're talking about almost everything that matters, from camera modules and chipsets to OLED display panels, and especially memory. Because of this, the overall cost of manufacturing smartphones has gone up sharply, and Samsung is feeling that pressure. On top of that, rising labor costs and even tougher competition are forcing brands to spend more on marketing, adding even more weight to the problem. Now here's where things get tricky. If Samsung decides to pass these increased manufacturing costs onto customers and launches the Galaxy S26 series at a higher price than the Galaxy S25 lineup, there's a real risk that fewer people will buy the phones. But if the company chooses to absorb those costs and keep the prices the same as the current models, it could take a serious hit to its profits. Because of this tough balancing act, Samsung reportedly still hasn't been able to finalize the pricing for the Galaxy S26 lineup, according to the Bell. What makes this even more interesting is Samsung's recent move with its first tri-folding smartphone, the Galaxy Z Tri-Fold. According to both earlier and recent reports, Samsung launched that device at a price lower than its actual manufacturing cost, meaning the company is losing money on every unit sold. It's believed Samsung did this to show off its technological prowess, make the phone more competitive, and because it doesn't expect to sell it in huge numbers, the overall losses would stay manageable. But that strategy won't work here. The Galaxy S26 series is expected to be Samsung's true cash cow, the lineup that drives massive sales and revenue. Taking losses on these phones would be far too risky, and that's exactly why Samsung is stuck in this difficult position, trying to decide how to price its most important smartphones yet. Everyone pretty much assumed Samsung was going to do what Samsung always does. Same familiar formula, small upgrades, nothing that really shakes things up. But out of nowhere, a new leak has completely thrown the Galaxy S26 story off balance. And strangely enough, it's the Plus model that might end up being the biggest surprise of all. Up until now, every leak agreed on one thing. The S26 Plus was sticking with its usual 6.7-inch display. Safe, predictable, nothing wild. But now there's a report claiming Samsung could bump it up to a massive 6.9 inches. That's basically Ultra territory. And if that actually happens, the Plus model stops feeling like the forgotten middle child and suddenly starts looking like the star of the lineup. And that's just the beginning. There's also talk that Samsung is finally ready to go all in on magnetic charging. Not a case add-on, not a half-baked experiment, but magnets built directly into the phone itself. Proper internal magnetic arrays, smoother wireless charging, easier accessories, and a full ecosystem experience that people have been asking Samsung to copy for years. If this is real, it could be one of the biggest quality-of-life upgrades Samsung has made in a long time. Then there's the camera situation. Earlier leaks suggested Samsung would stick with the same 10-megapixel 3x telephoto as last year. Nothing new, nothing exciting. But now there's chatter that it could actually be a 12-megapixel sensor instead. Either someone messed up the numbers, or Samsung is finally waking up and giving its non-Ultra phones a proper zoom upgrade instead of treating them like second-class citizens. Charging speeds are also sounding a lot less embarrassing. The regular S26 is apparently still capped at 25 watts, but the Ultra might jump all the way to 60 watts wired charging. Considering how long Samsung has been stuck around 45 watts, that's a serious leap. Pair that with a 5,000 mAh battery and the efficiency gains from either the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 or the Exynos 260, and battery anxiety might finally stop being part of the Ultra experience. If even half of these leaks turn out to be true, the S26 Plus could easily become the underrated hero of 2026.